All right, traders, we're back with the second video analytics of the day for the cryptocurrency market. We got the Litecoin, guys. Now we're looking at the Litecoin this time mainly from educational purposes. All right, I'm not going to tell you about any position that we've been taking on the Litecoin because we haven't. Having said that, we're using the Litecoin as our main barometer for gauging the balance of power in the market right now, because we suspect that we might be beginning to build up a huge downside move ahead of us, guys. And that's a big statement, right? It's a big statement, and we stand behind it. And basically, we want to show you why we feel that the market may be turning around. And what we've had so far, I'm talking about the last month, probably from the beginning of 2019, right, the beginning of the year, we've seen the market rallying. Now, we're trying to suggest here, guys, that rally, let me show you it right here on the Litecoin, right? That's the part we're talking about. Might have been just, guys, wait for it, an upside correction for the whole massive downside trend, which might have been, which might still be kicking, alive and kicking, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Now, why would I suggest such a sinister scenario like that? Well, let's talk about the technicals, right? So I'm going to break it down, right? I'm going to try to break down that bear market that we've seen so far, and I would try to suggest that we're still looking at. So ever since the peak, right, the very highest high, the highest point we had here, back at the end of 2017, ever since then, I would say that we've seen the first wave, right, the first downside wave all across November and December 2017. That was a very intense move. Then came a correction, right? I would call that correction the second wave. So basically, you're starting to see where I'm going with this. I'm trying to suggest we might have here a classic Elliott wave cycle. So we've seen the first, second. Now comes the crazy wave, right? Wave number 3. Ever since then, we're talking about February 2018, and all the way, it's going to 10 months, guys, all the way to the end of 2018, right? December 2018, we've had the third wave. What a massive move. Then, of course, came the turnaround. So we're trying to say here that the whole move, ever since the beginning of 2019, was merely the fourth corrective wave. And right now, we're basically starting to build up the fifth wave, right? The fifth and last, by the way. But still, we're talking about a very serious downside move, potentially speaking, that would surpass the lowest low we had here back at December. And that's pretty, that's a big announcement, like I said. Now, guys, I want to show you why we think that this could be the fourth corrective wave, right? Which, of course, reached its end. Now, take a look at this brown line, right? This brown line, guys, that's a 50% Fibonacci correction of the third wave, right? From the very top of the second wave to the very tip of the third wave, right? This whole move, just measure 50%. It's right there. Now, you might say, all right, but it got broken. Well, no, it didn't. You have to switch the monthly chart, right, and filter out the noise that's coming from the weekly price section. Take a look. That's how it looks like, right? So it's a classic spike. It wasn't really breaking it. So this is the 50%, right? Beautiful reaction. And above all, I would say, most importantly, price came to close below the blue dotted line, guys. You remember the blue dotted line at 105. I talked about that level for so long, right? For so many times. The 23.6% is the first Fibonacci correction of the whole bear market. So price came back and crossed below that level, which means that we're still in a correction phase, unfortunately, and we're probably resuming the original downside move. That's the bottom line. All right. So we have to take this seriously, right? The technical picture here is pretty straightforward when it comes to, describing all, our bearish conviction on this one. All right, guys, we will have to come back later on, of course, and follow up on the developments. That's probably what we'll do. That's about that for the Litecoin, guys. That's about it for today. Till next time, be well.